Hey, friend.
Hey, Jesse.
Let's talk about loan modifications.
Okay.
What do you think about loan modifications?
It'd be great if they worked.
Yeah, so I would say in 2009, a lot of people were talking about loan modifications. 2009, 2010, people were trying to work it out with the bank, right? Lower their payment, lower their interest rate, lower their principal. There's a lot of pipe dreams. And when I sit in on a lot of short sale panels where we experienced short sale agents talk about the process and what they're experiencing with the banks. And my answer for the loan modification question is that loan modifications are a lot like unicorns. I hear a lot about them, but I've never seen one. And so that held true for a long time until probably about 6 months ago. 6 months ago, and then with the release of this new HARP program from Obama, I'm seeing more and more successful loan modifications, but I think there's something intrinsically wrong with that process that I want to really caution people about as they consider loan modification versus short sale. And the primary thing to be careful of is that the process to get a loan modification is actually very similar to the process of getting a short sale approved.
Right.
You're submitting all the same documentation, except for a purchase and sale contract. And you're asking the bank, you're showing the bank that you have a hardship and that you can no longer afford the payment as it is right now. So that whole thing, that whole process takes time. And if you're not making your payments and you're pursuing a loan modification, you're just expediting the foreclosure process. And what I mean by that is if you're not making your payments, the bank is moving forward on a foreclosure. And so basically, if you have to make a decision, do you want to stay in your home or not? And if there is not a way for you to stay in the home, then you really need to look at a short sale versus a loan modification, because the reality is that most loan modifications are not being approved, and they eat up 2 to 3 months of that foreclosure time where you could actively be trying to get a buyer and negotiating a short sale. And so my concern with loan modifications is that by the time you get an answer from the bank that says no, you're not approved for a loan mod, and FYI, your foreclosure is 1 month away.
Or even less. I talk to people that are facing foreclosure, and a lot of people are oblivious to that fact. They think, oh, I've got a loan modification in process, I'm going to be fine. But a couple weeks later, those people are watching their house be auctioned off in front of the county courthouse.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. We represent people that buy properties at auction, at foreclosure. And we've talked to many people that said, oh no, I won't get foreclosed on, I'm doing a loan modification. And sure enough, they got foreclosed on. And so I guess the difference between a loan modification and a short sale is that, again, it puts control back in your hands, the short sale process does. And of course, if you want to stay at your home, in your home at any cost, then that's the loan modification, that's a route for you to pursue. But if you want some control over getting out of your house and on what terms you get out of your house, then you really need to consider a short sale instead of a loan modification. And then if you are getting a loan modification, be very careful about whether or not it's a temporary modification or a permanent modification, or a trial modification versus a permanent modification. And so I don't want to talk a lot about loan mods in general. I just do want to kind of explain the difference between the philosophy of a loan mod process and the short sale process, and really it's about control, and it's about having a say in how you vacate your home. So anyway, that's our tip for today. Thank you.
Thanks.